All right, let's get into it, man.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Welcome back. We on the Endless Enjoyment podcast, baby. We back. We're coming with a vengeance for the rest of 2024 and beyond. I'm your host, Vincenzo. Today I'm here with music artist Ty Dittmer.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my first podcast ever, and I'm so thankful to be able to be on Vincenzo's, especially because of how fucking talented this man is right here.
I appreciate it.
If none of y'all watched MIH, if no one was there, it's fine. You should be weary of this kid in the next couple of years or so because
same with him, dude. Much love.
Hey, there's a lot going for him too. But yeah, I'm excited to be here, dude. Thank you very much for having me.
Definitely just so excited to just like sit down and get to know each other a little bit more.
Oh, for sure.
And so today is Friday, August 16th. Last Saturday, the 10th, we performed at the Make It Happen Promotions showcase at Pressure Dad Bar.
We did do that.
And it was fucking lit. And we had met a few days prior at the photo shoot that we did for those photos came out.
Dude, oh my god, those were sick as fuck. They were so fucking nice.
Some of the nicest pics I've ever.
Wait, am I allowed to swear on the podcast?
Okay,
thank God, thank God. I was about to say I don't know if I can watch my mouth right now.
All right, anyway.
Dude. When I got those pictures back, dude, I almost DM'd that girl, like the girl that took those pictures. I almost DM'd her and be like, "Yo, shawty, like, I gotta meet you at your place and do you some other deeds because I need more fire pictures like that." Like that was lit, dude. Oh my god. But I like the group. I didn't see the rest of the group photos. The only group photos that I saw were the ones that they promoted for the actual show. But
I wish we saw some of the other ones.
I wish I did. Yeah, like the one because they had us do like a bunch of different things for the group photos. Like especially when she was standing on that ladder, and we did I wish I would have seen those. But I mean I should probably DM her or something because it was the other girl that was taking those. Yeah. It wasn't Malin, but I can still DM her and be like, "Yo, you have those." So
trying to see
yeah, just trying to see.
You sent me the link. I was like, damn, I was wondering if we were even going to get it.
Oh, I hit Shawty up. I was like, yo, where are the pictures at? And she was like, I got you. I was like, you're cute, dude. You're so cute.
This fucking guy. So that was a really fun experience, like really being like the professional photo shoot. Like,
it was definitely.
I've never really been something like that.
No, I haven't been in that kind of scenario either. But I mean, it's just like ever since the way I got into MIH, like I won a giveaway. Like you remember that girl that was on stage that blew all of us away? I was in the same position as her last month.
Really?
And so I was performing like my songs and then like Running from the Cops came. And that was the first time I ever heard like my song being screamed back to me. And I was like,
it's unreal.
Oh shit, like maybe I caught the bug for this shit now. And then I came back and like honest to God, it wasn't the same experience, but it was still like a lot of fun. Like my main goal was getting people off that back wall. For fuck's sake, I hated the fact that there was a bunch of people on the back wall, but I was able to get a couple of people up. And same with Marcus. Marcus was able to get a couple of people off him as soon as he started shredding that guitar. That's for sure. Like, and then you guys came out, did your thing. I just everyone's in the front row, just trying to vibe out with all of us. I love that experience.
Right, you gotta bring the energy, man. You definitely had it. So I mean, back to like a little bit about the photo shoot. Like we had such like a cool group. I think that ended up performing at the show. Like a good group of guys. Like we were all just like laughing the whole time, talking, getting to know each other, cracking jokes and shit. Like,
we had dude.
We were there for like 3 hours.
I actually didn't like. I had so much fun there, and like when I first got there, I was like, okay, well, these are just a bunch of people. Like I'm probably we're gonna perform one time. I'm never gonna see them again. And then like I ended up like having so much fucking fun with you guys there, and I was like, dude, this is the most excited I've been for a show in a minute because every person that's going up, I've already built like a kind of a connection with. So I'm rooting for every single person that goes up, and they're rooting for me as well. Like that was such a cool experience being at that photo shoot and just being able to do all that. That was awesome.
For real, and I love like when I perform at like an event or something, or I put on an event. Like I love being like the first one there, watching it all unfold, supporting everybody, and then.
Dude, where was your mindset whenever you were going on Like,
Dude,
so like,
do you know what was happening when I was going on?
mm-mm.
That was when the lights went on, and I was literally
Oh.
about to go on. Like, the other person just finished their set. Like, is my time to go on. Like, Reed was playing, like, doing his DJ thing,
Yeah.
like in between, and like this is my turn to go on. And the lights went on. Like, people were saying shit like, "Oh, we're getting shut down" or whatever. Like,
Oh, that's
blah blah. And I was like, because my friend works there. I used to work with one of the bartenders there at a different.
Oh, really?
At a different dab bar, yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's
I
cool.
used to, for like a while, and then I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I was like, "Dude, I think I'm just gonna like hit the stage. Like, I'm not like getting blue balls. Like, that's what I said. I'm like,
you see what happened
I'm
during
like
my
ready
set?
to rock, dude. You know?
Did you see what happened during my set?
No.
I kicked the fucking cord out from underneath myself. Like, I literally paused everything that Reed was doing.
Oh,
I
I think I did. See
I was
that.
like, oh shit.
I
was just like, I was in the moment. I was feeling myself, and then freaking a little cord came up from underneath my shoe, and then my song stopped playing, and I was like, well, what do I do now? And some dude in the crowd was just like, tell a joke. I was like, dude, I don't have a joke to tell you. What the fuck?
Tell a story. You gotta fill that dead space,
Yeah.
right? I mean, but that was like such a weird moment. Like, it ended up working out so well though, because
No, it
like,
did,
I
yeah.
I just rocked that first song with the lights on, and then like near the end of that first song, the lights.
That was hype as
so it's
fuck.
like the energy
during
high.
the
Everyone's
second
like, let's
the
go.
second song. During the second, yeah, and then the
and
lights.
Marcus did that song.
Yeah, the second song, and then like the lights came back down, and everyone was just like, "Let's fucking like, dude, that was lit."
That's the name of the song we performed. Was "Let's Go," dude.
Oh yeah, you
Me
were
and
performing
Marcus.
"Let's Go." Okay.
And then Marcus did "Sex on the Beach," which is fucking sick.
Yeah, first time I've ever seen anybody at MIH shred a guitar solo. That was awesome. Did you guys plan that? Like, was just planned?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's been working on that song for a minute, and like I was helping him like get in the studio and just like giving him my opinions on like structure and wise. Like, he produced the whole song, shredded the guitar solo.
Damn, he
singing,
produced that entire
rapping.
song,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, he sampled. Like,
That's one talented ass guy right there,
he's
honestly,
super
man.
talented. I'm super proud to say that Marcus is a member of Triple E, an
Hell
artist
yeah.
that I am managing. I'm a man of many hats. I'm an artist, a manager, fucking all around businessman.
Y'all gotta pay attention to that right
Tap
there.
in.
Y'all gotta pay attention to that right there.
It's about to be one of the biggest fucking brands, groups in fucking the United States.
Yes,
the
sir.
World. In due time, we're working on it.
Yes,
So
sir.
like, I love just supporting other artists, like getting to know them. So are you from? I wanted to get to know you more. Like, are you from Tennessee?
So originally, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I moved to Tennessee in 2014, and like it was kind of a weird situation because like you've got like a bunch of your friends like back home, like you've made like this friend group, and then your dad comes to you one day and he's just like, "Hey, guess where we're moving?" I'm like, "Dude, what? We're going to Tennessee?" And he's like, "Yeah." Like, okay, well, I feel like I'm gonna get bullied by a bunch of rednecks when I'm out there. And I was like, there's no way. And then Tennessee ended up being my favorite. Like, it's to this day like my favorite.
So how old were you when that happened?
I was 14.
How old are you now?
23. Yeah.
25. So we're pretty close.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it was a weird experience moving here, just because me being younger, I was definitely more like afraid of change, I guess, at the time. And then when I moved here, it was just like everyone was so nice. I was like, oh well, that's a southern trait that they have. Everyone's nice. But when I finally like kind of got into like school and got through it all, it was just like, dude, I don't want to leave this place because it's just the energy is always high here. Like, people are always rooting for you, but I mean, like, I just feel like I made the best group of friends and the best people to be around here more than there. I mean, like, that's no hate to my Illinois homies. I love all of you guys, but
right, it's a weird time for like you at like that age to that's like what, freshman year of high school, like
that was my 8th grade year.
Yeah, so like going into high school, you're completely switching.
Dude, and I was like 90 pounds too. Like, if someone wanted to kick my ass, they could have.
That was like
100%.
Some
Like, I had to be funny. Like, I was like, dude, I have to have a personality, or I'm gonna get my ass handed to me by somebody.
Right. So when did like music start becoming a thing for you, like writing?
I actually started in 2020. It was the summer of 2020. on top of a Franklin parking garage, just with my friends, and we were freestyling one day. And one of my friends named Zion was recording under the producer that I'm under now. And me and him were just freestyling one day, and he was like, "Dude, you gotta go meet this producer." And I was like, "All right, I guess I'll go meet him." And I met him, and I recorded one of my worst songs that you will ever fucking hear, ever. And
gotta make some bad ones to get to the good ones.
And that's very, very true. And then to this day, this is the reason why I trust him with my music more than anything, like more than anyone else. He told me that I was shit. He was like, "You are horrible, but we can work on you. Like, we'll make you better." And here we are 4 years later, where I'm performing in front of people and doing my own music, and people asking me to come perform in Louisville, and
So was the first MIA showcase your first?
That was my first performance ever. But I mean, I sat behind a bunch of artists that Generic, who's the producer, that he was working with at the time. Like EJ was working under him at the time when EJ was smaller. Like I met EJ back in 2021 when he wasn't really doing shows. Like he wasn't as big as he is now. But there was a bunch of artists that I was able to learn off of, and like how did they find their sound? So I kind of learned under them, and I was like, okay, well, this could be something that I could do, because I was always songwriting for people. Like that's all I ever did, I was just songwriting for other people. But being able to be under those people and being able to learn from them and figuring out how they did their own thing helped me a lot. And it might have taken me 4 years to be on my own sets and doing my own thing, but I think it was like worth it. It was like it was time well spent behind other people. And I think
just kind of like listening, paying attention, like seeing how you can improve and taking your time.
I mean, hey, look at where we're at now. We're performing, we're doing our own thing. I mean, I couldn't have asked for it to be any better for me, because if I didn't spend all of that time learning from other people, then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah,
man.
Love the attitude.
Yeah.
So how did like the song, like, so you performed the song "Running from the Cops" that you said like it's the first time you've heard like people singing your song back to you, and like the energy on that song is just super fun, like chaotic, like turned up.
It's a fun time.
And, yeah, I was like, dude, because it's not out yet, which you need to fucking get on.
Yeah, dude, you know what? I love it when people say that to me, like, because you don't know how many times I've heard like you need to drop "Running from the Cops." I want it to be I want "Running from the Cops" to kind of be my staple into the music industry, and just kind of be my staple into like other shows and things like that. So I want to be able to promote it in the best way that I possibly can, to where like I'll get the right ears to hear that, and like so I can be able to go to bigger shows. I'm not saying that MIH isn't a good promotion company, but yeah, I'd obviously like to be on bigger stages and do bigger things, make some money off of my music. But if I'm able to promote it the correct way, then I feel like that could open more doors for me, because "Running from the Cops" is probably the most hype song I have in my arsenal right now, and better ones will come along the way. But I feel like this is a really good start.
Right. You want to push that one?
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's like where I'm like devil's advocate over here is like, what is good enough? Like, when is it going to be good enough for you to start actually doing it? Like, there's a fine line between like, perfectionism and procrastination.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I have a couple of boxes that I want to check. I want the music video to be done for it, and then I also want to have the right people promoting it as well. Like I want to be able to check all of my boxes before I say screw it and put it out there. Because I feel like that song is definitely worth like the views that it will get when I promote it the way that I want it promoted. I think that that would be something to put me in the door and put my foot in the door of something that is bigger than small shows. Like that's just kind of how it is. And I love the song a lot. Obviously, that song gets a lot of traction. But if I'm able to do it the way that I want to do it, and I'm able to be able to say that I did everything that I could to promote it, then that's where I'm satisfied. It's not procrastination anymore. It's just I'm satisfied with the way that I was able to do it. So
what are the plans moving forward with it? Like you say, you want to film a video. Like, how soon do you think that's possible for it to happen?
probably in the next 2 weeks.
Oh hell yeah!
In the next 2 weeks.
So you got like ideas of how you want to film it?
Do you want me to spoil it right now?
It's up to you.
Well, so the way that I was thinking about it being done, I'm not gonna get too far into it because I'll hide some things.
Right.
But so running from the cops is like, kind of like, for me, I feel like it's me channeling my inner thoughts of like things that I wouldn't say out loud. Like there's a part of the song where there's like one more text and I swear I'll leave her dead. Obviously I'm not gonna kill anybody,
But
like
you have those thoughts.
Like just look at me. Am I capable of murdering someone? No.
I mean, I think
no.
anybody's capable of it.
I mean, anyone is, but I mean, like me, probably like the last on the list,
Right.
But
sometimes you just have those kind of crazy thoughts. Anyone does. Like,
yeah. So the way that I pictured the music video going is we were gonna shoot like a little skit, being like, okay, well, like I go into like this dream state where I'm just like, like I say fuck it, I go to bed, and like the camera comes in on my head, and it's just like what I'm thinking about in my head when I'm dreaming. So it's just like a cut, and then just all the craziness that running from the cops brings. Yeah. I feel like that's probably the best way to go about it. That's all I can leak right now.
Right.
That's
it's like
all
a
I
fine
can
line
leak
between reality and like
Yeah.
what you're envisioning.
I feel like that's probably the best way to go about it, because I can't just start a music video being like, "Hey, I'm gonna murder people." No, that's not how that's not how I roll. I'd rather it just be like something like, if we put it in like my subconscious.
I even feel like that shit would be huge with like even like the high school college crowd, just because like they can relate to like partying, turning up, and like sometimes having to evade the cops.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, you know how many times I've actually ran from the cops? Like, I've done it before. It happens.
Can't say that I ever have.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, dude, it's a thrill. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you want a story?
Yeah. Let's hear it, dude.
Dude, I got so this was about 2 years ago. I got kicked out of a bar. I got kicked out of like Luke's, and
because on Broadway.
Yeah, I got kicked out of Luke's because I was fighting with some dude, but whatever. He probably could have beat my ass, but I was really good at talking. And then I got thrown out, and then I don't know. I just threw a bottle. Like I just threw a bottle like dead center in Broadway, and then there was a bunch of cops like looking for who did it, dude. Booked my ass all the way to Third Ave, like so fast, and like there was like people just like there's cops all over the place, just like looking for who threw a bottle in like the dead center of Broadway. I was like, dude, it could have been anyone. Like, like could have been anyone who did it. Yeah, it was me. They were looking for me.
You don't want to end up on a scoop.
Man. Yeah, I don't, dude. That is my worst fear. If someone found me on Scoop Nashville, oh my god.
The shit you see on there,
dude.
Like crazy.
So some people, dude. I read it, like I'll be able to like read what the fuck that they did, and be like, yeah, it's not even that bad. And then it's just like 3rd-degree manslaughter. What the fuck? All right.
Yeah, ridiculous shit.
Yeah, something like that. What are your plans going on now? You've been asking me a bunch of questions.
Yeah,
what's going on?
It's your interview. I talk about myself plenty, dude. I mean, like what I've been up to. Just like I've been driving for Uber is like my main job right now, like my only job.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing that to, pay my bills and pay for studio time, beats, whatever I need, and I've been getting in the studio with my homie Izzy Rage. He was at the show. I don't know if you met him, but
I don't think I did, but
I'll introduce you eventually.
I mean, if I did, I feel bad.
Like get down on some like Rage type shit, like with like your attitude, like on some of his beats, or even just like he's great to work with in the studio as well for a good price, and in a legit studio, like in East Nashville. It's fucking sick.
Oh, nice.
It's called
Okay.
Home. Shout out Home. That's where Marcus recorded Sex on the Beach.
Oh, really?
I recorded Let's Go with Marcus, and yeah, so it's like.
I think so the dude Nate, I don't know, did you meet Nate at the last show? I think I'm gonna record with him one. It's called The Hideout. Shout out Hideout. I think I'm gonna record one with him because he apparently was cooking up something for me. So I'll try something out with them. But I would like to hit up whoever the hell is producing your guys' stuff, because it's been like it was great. Like when I was at the show, like every single song that you guys did, it was just like
They're all three of those songs though were different producers. Like Marcus produced one, another one was a YouTube, and the other two were YouTube beats actually.
oh really?
Yeah, but like they were like recorded, mixed, mastered by my boy Izzy.
Oh wait, did you do the free for profit stuff?
What are you talking about?
Like the free for profit beats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or I buy a lease.
done,
I usually buy a lease though, so I can
oh,
put
really?
on streaming. Yeah.
I've done the same thing. Like not the 3 that I did. I actually had I had Generic do those for me, but a lot of the other songs that I have, yeah, those are all YouTube.
I mean, I've gone through honestly thousands of YouTube beats in the last like 6 years, like because I've been making music for that long. I've written over 120 songs.
You've been doing this for 6 years?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
120 songs over that and like 6 albums, and I'm about to put out a new one next month, and I have another one I'm working on.
Dude, let's fucking go, baby. Keep that grind going.
Bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Literally before you got here, bro, I recorded a demo for this album that I'm finishing that's coming out next month, and then another one for another verse for like my buddy's song. So like, yeah, I've been grinding.
That's awesome.
Like, always working on ideas and shit, and that's like where I'm at. Like I'm so busy at this point, like, and I'm really trying to lock in. Like I took like 4 months off the podcast. I've been doing the podcast for like almost 3 years now. We've done 60 episodes, completely produced by and hosted by me.
Dude,
So
your
really
work ethic, your work ethic is insane to me. Like absolutely crazy. Like I only go to the studio like once a week. Like, and I haven't been in the studio for about 3 weeks now.
I mean, I go through different like phases though of like just spending time writing and then getting my ass in the studio consistently and then performing or like I'm trying to have it all the time right now because to me it's never enough, and like I'm really like trying to put my best foot forward, and like I want to make this shit pop off, like, and I've been.
So do all of us, man.
Right.
So do all of us.
But how bad do you want? Like,
yeah, that's true. Like that's what I was saying with like Running from the Cops. I wanted to be able to be marketed like to the people that are willing to give an ear to it, you know. So I'm able to pop off. Like that's why I'm waiting so long.
That shit could go hard on TikTok too with like some crazy.
Dude, I was thinking about the same thing. I was like, who the fuck is gonna make a dance to this song? Because it's so like upbeat to where like I don't even
have to
know.
be a dance, bro.
It's just like fuck it, you know, just have the time of your life when you're doing it, I guess. But yeah, I just like that song. I feel like if it's marketed correctly, it could go somewhere.
So tell us like a little bit of the inspiration of like creating the song. Like, how did it happen? Like,
fuck. So sorry if you're watching this. You know who you are. I went through like a really, really bad experience. Back in like late December, early January. To where like I had a really bad breakup, and that's kind of where all of these songs came from.
Isn't that the best music?
Yeah, that is. Every single song that you hear from me that's like amazing or like somewhat good, yeah, it came from that experience. But that came because it was really, really bad. I don't want to get into it because I still do have respect for that girl in particular, but a lot of them came from, you know, how I felt during that moment, and like it went from me being like sad about everything that happened, and I was like, how the hell did I let this happen to myself, to like, okay, I'm pissed. Like, I don't know what to do with my own emotions right now. The only thing that I know that I'm good at is writing music. And I wrote down what I felt, and then Running from the Cops was born, and then Crying at the Rock Show was born, and then Colorblind was born, and like all of these songs that I started making were born off of that experience. So it's just like, for me, I'm grateful that happened now because I'm able to channel my own emotions in my songs. Like, instead of being able to go talk to someone or like, you know, just like shout out a bunch of feelings to someone that really doesn't give a shit about you, you're able to put it on a track, and like, this is what you're really feeling at the time. Like, this is what like hits you. Instead of, you know, talking to a therapist, you're able to just go on to a track, make the best kind of music that you can make, because it means something to you. You know that it means something to somebody else, and that was the biggest part of those songs, because it was just like I knew that they were good because they came from a place of heart.
It's therapy. You're working through.
Yeah, dude, my music is therapy. Honestly,
I relate, man.
Yeah, man.
That's I have a very similar story.
Dude, you go ahead now.
No, dude, like, I don't even need to get that into it. It's like, but like, recently I had an anniversary of this project called Residue, and it's one of my favorite projects. It's like really inspired by like 2020 vibes, like MGK, that pop punk sound, like alternative rap
Dude,
type shit.
you're up in my alley right now.
So
man.
it's like a mix of like Juice World influence, Trippie Redd, MGK, like really like that stuff. And it was like some of my most raw, vulnerable, like fucking deep shit, but it was like hard as fuck, bro. Like some of the best like choruses, melodies, verses like I think I've ever written, and it was awesome. Like, you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea or whatever, but I'm like listening back on it, I'm super proud of it, and it sucks. It's a, you know,
dude, that's great.
About a certain relationship, but
yeah,
it's like,
I mean,
helped me work through it. And
whenever
I moved on.
Whenever my music comes from the heart, that's when I know that it's gonna be a good song. There's a lot of bullshit songs that I've written for people before where I was just like, oh, here you go, like some piece of shit that I wrote, and they end up doing their own thing with it. But whenever it really came from a place of emotional feeling, is when I knew that those songs were gonna be mine.
It's real. People can
spot that. You can relate to it. Like Crying at the Rock Show is an entire song. Like that entire song is nothing but a story. Like that's all it is. But I just, you know, it's over a rock beat. People can just vibe to it. You know, there's electric guitar, there's drums, there's everything you need in the song to be over it. But it's just me telling a story. Like that's all that song is. And if you like listen to it long enough, you're just like, oh shit, like he's telling something really fucking deep. Like he's telling something that not like none of us understand, but like we can relate to that place that he's in.
And sorry, keep going.
No, you're fine. Yeah, but like you can just relate to that place that I'm in, and a lot of people are able to relate to those like experiences because yeah, I'm not the only one that went through like a horrible breakup or a horrible experience. Like a lot of people can relate to those things, and that's kind of what I love about that song. That's my favorite song.
I think it's better than holding it in too.
Like, 100%.
Like, you know, if I didn't make all this music, dude, who knows what I'd be doing now, dude. Like,
I don't know. I think I need to get my heart broken again for me to make another song like Running from the Cops.
Really, I said though, like, dude, I'm super open to getting my heart broken again. Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Dude, treat me like shit. That's what I'm waiting for.
I think, well, when it happens the first time, you're like, dude, fuck, this is the fucking worst thing that could ever happen. Like,
yeah, and then you make a bomb ass track that everyone's singing back to you, and you're like, you know what? You can break me again. Fuck it. Like, let's go.
Right, dude? And you're like, nah, you'll never get the best of me. Like.
So how many shows have you done? Like since
30.
30?
I was just checking the other day. Like I've done like 30.
Have you ever had like a horrible experience, like a horrible show, like a bad one that you can
like for me personally, like performing wise, or just like the event?
Well, this is coming from a dude. I mean, this is coming from a dude that's only done that. Like I've performed with other people, like doing their like I performed country music before I even started this. I was helping people with country vocals. That's what I was doing. I've only done 2 shows of my own set, like my own shit. So I want to know, like, if you've ever had like a bad time being at a show or something like that. Like if there's an experience that you know of that you can just be like, well, shit, I hope that never happens again.
Yeah, I think there's certain shows that looking back on is like. I don't know if I should have been there, I guess. Like, the one I'm thinking of specifically where it was like, you know, another person's party that I was coming out to. And I'm a type of person, like, I get there on time, I'm there. And stuff. Like, I was, like, the first one there. Like, nobody was even there at that point. I'm just, like, sitting around waiting. It's super fucking loud in there, dude. Like, honestly, like, the music was, like, just dumb loud. Like, the whole time. I can't even fucking hear myself think. Like, and honestly, like, and everyone like shows up, and I was like one of the openers, and like everyone was like in the back talking, not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm out here like straining my voice, going fucking crazy, and then after I'm like, I still can't even like hear myself think, dude. And I was like, I need to get out of here. Damn. And it's just like just wasn't like a fun experience for me. Like I really didn't think like.
Yeah,
I should have been there. Like,
I haven't had that yet, but I know it's gonna happen eventually. Like I know eventually that I'm gonna have a bad show. Like it's gonna happen. It happens to everybody. I just kind of like.
Oh fucking boy,
Dude.
we need this man to hop on the podcast real quick.
What's going on, man?
Say what up to the podcast real quick.
What's up, podcast?
Hey, man, I'm Ty. Nice to meet you.
Matt, good to meet you.
What's your name?
How we doing,
Kevin.
bro?
Hi, man. Nice to meet you.
Oh boys.
That's it for you guys.
Yeah.
This man's
That's
a
fun.
savage.
Participate in conversation.
This guy's a goon. Welcome back to Smash, brother.
Dude, so my biggest fear whenever I'm performing is just like someone just heckling me out of nowhere. Just being like, dude, you fucking suck. Like, what am I gonna, I'm not good at comebacks, bro. So I mean like, if that ever happened, like, what am I gonna say? Like, your fucking mom's fat. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell them. Like, your music sucks.
Well, never really
you know
had
what?
That experience live.
Yeah, dude, I hope to God that doesn't happen to me because I know damn well I'm just gonna be like,
If you have
well, fuck you, dude.
Well, if you have a bunch of people there that are supporting you, who gives a fuck about one person? And I feel like more people are likely to like talk shit online than in person. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I know that there's people right now that are just like, why the fuck is he doing this? Like, why is he like up on stage right now? It's because I have a love for it. Like, I do. I have a genuine love and passion for writing music, and I didn't think that I would be performing my own shit. Like, I always thought that I was gonna be a songwriter. Like 100% always thought that I was gonna be a songwriter. I never thought that I was gonna be on stage doing my own music. But I mean, I caught that bug for performing at that first MIH. So
there's nothing like it, brother.
I was just sitting there for a second, and I remember coming like off stage and a bunch of people asking me like, dude, when are you gonna drop that song? When are you gonna drop that song? I was like, hold on, like, give me a second.
They want to be able to go.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So do I. I want to listen to it right now.
Dude, I want it to be out so bad. I want it to be out. This is a project for me. Like, this is a huge project, and I can't wait for the
soon.
EP.
It's coming soon.
It will be out soon.
You know, this pod's not even come out from a few weeks from now, honestly.
It actually might be out when the podcast is done.
The only way to know is if the link's in the description.
That's
if
very,
the link
very true.
is there, if the link's there, go stream that shit. If not, be patient.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. It's coming. But
So, do you got anything in the vault right now that you're thinking about coming out with?
of course, you know what I'm saying. I've been hitting the studio. I've been recording some shit. I got this. My next project's coming out end of September, which is like this episode's early September right now. So probably like very soon, my stoner album that I've been working on since I started rapping. So this is like songs from 2018 and then like some newer songs too. So it's like, but the idea of this project has been in the works for 6 years now.
Oh shit, 6 years?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about. Like,
Right,
what?
but I put out 120 songs.
All right, whatever. But 6 years in the making. Like, for Running from the Cops was recorded in April. Like, April.
This year.
Yes, this year in April. Like,
Pretty new song, yeah.
if this is a 6-year project, dude, this is your child. Like, this is a child. Like,
But I'm ready to move forward.
exactly. And that's kind of how I picture Running from the Cops. It's just like, this is something.
It's ready.
Yeah.
I've been saying it's gonna come out every year since it's.
Really?
But you know, like sometimes, like I always like am more inclined to follow what I'm more enthusiastic about. So like as of recently, that's been like more pop, like EDM, like some like Trippie Red Rage type beats, like though in that realm of music, like has been what I've been more excited about recently. And my last album that I put out at the end of last year was like those vibes, and what I'm also working on right now for the next album. But like. So it was like,
no, I got you.
I always have to be working on different vibes. So even when I was doing the emo shit, I was working on the positive shit and the more hype shit.
You got a more talented mind than I do then, because like whenever I like catch fire with the genre that I like, I stick to it. And if I switched over to something different, I wouldn't be able to get back into the same genre because it's just like I have a one-track kind of mind.
That's just like always like. I listen to a lot of different types of music, and I'm inspired by a lot of different types of music. So it's hard for me, especially when I was going through a really rough time, to stay in that mindset. Like at that point, you're keeping yourself there if you're not thinking of ways to get out of.
Yeah, that's true.
Mindset, you know.
I mean, my favorite genre of music is country music,
You listen to the new Posty
Oh,
album?
of course, dude. I was banging that all day.
Same, bro. I was driving Uber today, bumping
Oh my
that
god,
shit.
you hear the song with Dolly Parton on it?
Yeah,
Dude,
heard the whole
it
thing,
goes
bro.
hard. It goes so hard.
He dropped 9 new solo songs too. You listen to those?
Not the song.
He
I
dropped the
listened to
deluxe
one.
version already, dude, with 9 solo songs. 'Cause you know the album has a bunch of features on it.
Was it? Did he even like promote it being out today, or
Yeah.
was it just like a? Oh fuck! He promoted it being out today.
Yeah.
Fuck! I did not know that. I thought he just dropped it out of nowhere. Like he was like, "Yeah, it's coming soon." All right, it's here today. Like I thought that he
was not
did that.
expecting that either.
I thought that he did that.
I think a lot of people probably thought, this album has way too many features. Like he needs. Where's the solo?
It does, but I mean, you have to like.
And the solo ones are really good.
It does have a lot of features, but you got to like look at the features that he has on there. Like he's got.
Legendary. Yeah.
He's got Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, Dolly Parton, Hank Williams Jr., Chris Stapleton. Like he's got so many people that are huge in the country music industry just on that
I
album.
think that's dope that they're all embracing him, like because he's a person probably like that too. Like he's been doing covers and whatever forever, but has been known for doing more like trap melodic type shit. And like he's always been capable of doing this album.
Yeah, it's very true.
And it's dope that the country community in Nashville is like really embracing him.
I mean, his biggest album of all time was what, Beer Bongs and Bentleys? Probably. Like back in 2017,
Arguably.
2018. Yeah, probably. That was probably his most streamed album. I don't know if it was his best like ever. I think Stoney was his best album, but like
That
streamed is probably Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
But both of those, just that whole era right there was legendary. From White Iverson to like fucking Spoil My Night and
Oh my god. Fucking Stay was my favorite song of the entire album.
92 Explorer, I fucking
92. Damn, dude.
But dude, yeah, so like someone like I strive to be someone like Post. Like who fucking knows? Like maybe I make a Southern rock fucking album in like a couple years and like goes fucking huge in like
Dude,
that community. Like,
one of my biggest dreams is to have him like either me being featured on one of his songs or just being like big enough to where he like is able to feature on one of my songs. Dude, I would love to work with Post Malone. Oh my gosh. Him and then Juice was one of them too.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. I have 99 tattooed on my chest. That man is that was one of the best lyricists I've ever heard in my life, and I don't think anybody could freestyle like he did. Like can you name anybody that could do what he did?
Fucking Harry Mack. You ever seen Harry Mack freestyle, bro?
I haven't seen Harry
He's
Mack.
fucking pretty fucking insane, dude, with the flows. But like commercially, like nah, I don't think anyone could freestyle like Juice. Like,
Probably not,
and
man.
just make like a hit record off the dome. Like
I mean, dude, I saw him on Tim Westwood when it was back in like 2018. I saw him on Westwood freestyling over Eminem beats. I was like, there's no way that you're able to do that. Like he did it for an hour straight. Like
I miss you so much. Right?
how the hell? How are you able to do that? Like an hour straight, just thinking of different ways to put words together.
Just in the flow state at that point, dude. You're just fucking going.
That is amazing to me. Like if I met somebody that could do that the way that Juice did it, I'd be like, yo, you're done like just freestyling for fun. We're gonna put you in the studio right now, and you're gonna make like 15 hit records this day. Like, I can't wait. Dude, I can't wait until someone's able to do that again. Probably X's kid that'll do it.
20 years from now, but yeah, I was very fortunate enough to see Juice live. Like my
Fuck you, dude.
My sophomore year of college, dude, just fucking legendary, dude. It was like a year before he passed, and it was one of the best nights ever. Unforgettable.
Fuck you.
But so who are some of like your influences in music? You mentioned a couple, but
my biggest influences in the music that I make right now, probably like Blink 182, Bon Jovi, Rush. I like Journey too. Like, dude, all of those like I grew up listening to. Like, obviously, you're sitting in your dad's car. Your dad bangs 80s music all the time, and I always got like a feel for that rock, like kind of like mojo. But I kind of wanted to put my own spin on how I did it. But yeah, that's kind of like how I grew up, like listening to music, and I've always been kind of a nerd for learning like lyrics because I would like. The weird thing that my mom always told me, she was just like, you have a weird way of picking up words to songs, and you're able to learn them so fast. I was like, Well, I don't know. I guess that's just like my autism or something, like where I just pick up on shit like faster than most people when it comes to learning lyrics. I think that translated over to my own writing, like where I was able to find something that hooked with something like quicker, you know. But yeah, definitely 80s music, 70s, and then you could also put country in there as well. Like it doesn't resemble in my music, but that's what I listen to a lot of the time. Like if you were in my car right now, like we'd probably be banging some Joe Diffie. I swear to God.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm not a big country guy, but I can get down with some of it. And I've definitely learned to appreciate it more since I moved down here. Because I'm from Boston originally. I'm from Mass.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah. Like, are you from Boston, like the city Boston, or are you
I
from
just rep
outside
Boston
of
because I worked in Boston, but like yeah, I'm like more like suburbs, like Foxborough area where like the Patriots play. Or,
Oh, okay.
Southern Mass, like.
The reason why I asked that because I was a wrestler in high school, so we traveled up to like Ohio, Pennsylvania. I don't know if we ever went to Massachusetts, but I know we went to New York, and then we may have passed through Boston on our way to a tournament in New Jersey. I don't like. I was asking that. I was like, "What did you do for like a sport?" Did you do any sports?
Yeah, I played basketball for 1 year and then football for 3 years, and then a little bit of like track as well. But, yeah, that was not that good.
You got dude.
I just love being a part
Dead
of
ass.
the team.
Every sport
Yeah.
that you said panned me in the wrong direction. You look like a baseball dude for sure. You look like you throw a fucking ball 95 miles an hour. Like I'm dead serious.
I used to play baseball back in the day, but
I feel like every kid grew up playing baseball.
yeah, I was trying. You try your hands in as much stuff as you can growing up, but
yeah, that's true. Wrestling was my thing. Like I don't know. I just enjoyed getting my face beat in for no fucking.
I feel like I always should have been focused on the music, dude. I didn't really focus on the music until I got to college. I was like what I was studying in school, and then started writing seriously. After, the floodgates opened after you go through some shit.
I mean, I never saw myself doing music. Like deadass, that was just not like even in the realm of possibility for me until someone said you're where you're supposed to be. I was like, damn. Like I always thought like, oh, maybe I'd be a journalist somewhere because I always had a knack for writing. Like I was in the journalist program at my high school. Like I wrote the school paper.
You go to college?
Mm-mm. I went to college for 2 weeks. I'm still on a bathroom break.
I'll be right back.
Dead ass, dude. I'm still on a bathroom break. But I mean, like I was in the journalist program in high school. I always wrote I was writing the school paper and everything. So I thought I had a knack for just if I was gonna do anything, I was gonna write for the news or something and just like write some stories and shit. It wasn't until 2020 until someone took a notice in the fact that I was able to come up with lyrics, and then it was before the first show, but running from the cops, they like this person. Shout out you. You know who you are. If you're watching this, I don't remember your name, but shout out you. This dude, he was just like, you are where you're supposed to be. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was just like, you with music, you're where you are supposed to be, and this is what you're supposed to do. It's like, no one's ever told me that before. Like no one had ever told me before that that was where I was supposed to be, and this is what I was supposed to be doing. I was just doing it for fun, and now, dude, now I just kind of got like the bite for it, and it's just like I don't want to stop doing music because music is just, it's just like it's my church. Like it's where I'm able to say whatever the hell I want to say, and it's a lot of people that can move to what I'm saying as well, and it's just it's so awesome being where I'm at. Like I've never been happier. Like that ass, man.
I'm glad to hear that. I mean, you crushed the performance last weekend, and that was a lot of fun.
Thank you. You did too, man.
Much love, man. I appreciate you. So, like, what are your goals for, like, the near future and then beyond that?
Well, probably be the biggest artist ever in the world. No, I'm playing. My goals, just get the music that I have pushed out right now and see where that goes, and then be able to be on more of a professional level than where I'm at right now, because I feel like that's everyone's goal as well. Just maybe get into bigger shows and do bigger things and slowly start building yourself up to where you're on that like mainstream underground kind of like kind of line.
Right.
And if I'm able to get there, then hey, my goals have been met for this year. But I mean, if it takes till next year, screw it. Like I'll keep going. But,
yeah, man. Hey, I'm 6 years in, bro. It's like,
yeah, I mean,
it takes time, but
for you,
sounded solid to start off.
For you could definitely be on. You could definitely be on the main stage level right now.
Appreciate it. Man.
Like 100%, you could. Like, just from what I saw from the last show and everything that I've heard today, like 6 years into doing this shit, and I see the work ethic. Like I genuinely do. Like from you, and I see it from Marcus as well. Like, dude, you guys could be like on that main stage, like on that mainstream level, to where people are actually like listening to your stuff. And there's not 100 people at your show. There's 1,000 people at your show, or maybe there's like 3,000 people at your show. I feel like that's where you could be at right now.
Appreciate it, man. I think me and Marcus are gonna be a really great partnership because we keep each other accountable and keep moving forward. Like
that logo means a lot, man. Like you were able to put that thing on a flag.
Yeah, bro.
How many more places are you gonna put it?
Everywhere.
That's what I'm saying, man.
We got the Shopify store open right now with some merch. Like,
dude, I'm buying a flag.
I do not have the flag on there yet.
You don't have the flag on there?
No.
Fuck, I'm stealing this one,
right
dude.
now.
I'm stealing that one then. Fuck.
But yeah, it's an idea I came up with 4 years ago. It took me a while to like come up with like the umbrella like brand that is gonna encompass like everything that I'm doing.
How many people are signed under you right now? Two. Just Marcus and
my buddy from home, Jack.
Oh, okay. He lives in Boston?
Yeah.
Is he good?
Yeah,
Tell him to come to Nashville.
He's on the come up, bro. He's working because he wants to do everything himself. I love him to death, and he's producing and mixing and mastering, like recording all his shit, and he's making a lot of progress, and like I see the potential in him. That's what I'm trying to help.
Dude, tell him to come to Nashville.
I'm trying, bro.
Like, bro,
I'm trying to get his ass down here to like record some shit and just like show him a good time.
If he does, I'll put him on with the producer I got or whoever the hell you're working with right now. I mean, I'd love to get you in the studio with my producer because
collab on.
Dude, he makes me sound better than I actually am.
Let's be honest here. I'm lucky that I can focus on what I do best, which is writing, recording, performing, and I have people that make me sound great. It's like I wouldn't be able to do that shit.
Dude, I remember during the last show, like I felt my voice giving out. And I was like, dude, thank God this song is produced as good as it is, because if I stop singing in the middle of it, at least I sound good on the fucking track.
Right. Yeah, man, it's it takes a lot. I only did 2 songs really because Marcus did 1. That you gotta, if you're doing a longer set, which I have, like the longest I've done is like an hour.
Shit.
It's like 15 songs. Like you can't go right out the gate swinging. Like
how'd you feel after that hour? Like after an hour of not dead?
Because I'm giving it my all.
Oh, 100%.
Last week you saw what it was like in a very condensed period.
Yeah.
Like, I had 2 songs. I'm gonna go as crazy
we had
as
10
I
minutes.
can.
We had 10 minutes.
Right.
That was it.
And I'm gonna go 110% for those.
Yeah. I can't imagine doing that for an hour. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, eventually there's going to be a time where I'm going to have to do it for an hour.
Oh, yeah, people would do, like, 2 hours, dude.
Dude, a dead ass, like, if that ever happens, I'm just going to start talking to people, like, mid-set. Just be like,
yeah, well, you need to break it up.
Yeah, I'd be like, how you doing over there? Oh, me? I'm fucking tired of shit right now. That's why I'm talking to you, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do for the next 30 minutes. But
MGK is great at that, dude. Like, keeping the crowd entertained while it's, like, in between songs and shit.
That's my main focal point whenever I'm performing too, because whenever I'm done with a song, I don't go right into the next one. Like, I just feel like that's really weird if you go into the next one instead of just like, talking to your audience, and there's people right in front of your face. Might as well just, explain a little bit about yourself as you're going along. Like how I introduced Running from the Cops at the end of my show. It's like, especially for the last one, it's like, yo, if you were here for the first one, you know the drill. If you weren't, follow the people that know the drill.
Right.
Like you get up in the front, in front of everybody, have fun. Like this is a song that you're supposed to move to, so it's just like, hey, everybody knows the drill. Let's go. If you don't know the drill, follow the people that do. Like, and
You'll
then
learn. You'll pick it up.
yeah, and then like what I said before running from the cops, it was like the last time I performed this song, I did it 19 hours before I was performing it, so I didn't really know the lyrics as they were coming up, but now I do. So everybody, come on, let's go. We're vibing. Like,
let's go.
Might as well just might as well have fun while you're out there. Just if you're not having fun, why are you out there?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's like what I write with the intention of like what is going to be the most fun to perform. That's literally what I do, as of recently, especially.
What was your favorite song that you performed during NIH?
I mean, I only did two, so I mean, I gotta say it's "Let's Go." I mean, I love that.
Oh, it was "Let's Go." All right, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I do love the other one. "What's on Your Mind" is a great vibe, but I only did like the first half of it.
You were going crazy for that song though too.
Tell me, baby, what's on your mind? It's a different vibe for sure. It's a little more smooth, funky. Where "Let's Go" is like.
Yeah, just like in your face, kind of just like, hey, like we're about to turn up. Let's go. Yeah,
it's meant to be listened to very loudly.
Yeah, that's the same way with Running from the Cops as well. By the way, do you want to be on that music video if you're in town for that?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm around, I would love to.
I was about to say,
be
like,
an extra or something.
No, I mean, like I've got EJ, I've got Landon. I was trying to get you and Marcus to do it because I wanted Marcus to do the guitar solo part that's in that song. Like, just not even, let's just pretend to play it. Like, we're gonna be in like a truck bed, and it's just me and him.
Sure, he can learn it, bro. He's.
I think he'd be fine. Like, I think he'd be all right.
I've got a crazy ear, bro.
I mean, if I gave that man a bass guitar and just an amplifier, he'd be fine. Like he'd probably.
Sure, he would bring his own. Dude.
He'd probably learn it in like 30 minutes and be like, "Fuck you, dude! Stop being so talented all the time."
Yeah, where are we at right now? We're at 52 minutes right now.
Damn, we've been doing this for 52 minutes?
Yeah. Anything
That's
else
great.
you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Well, what have we covered so far?
I mean, kind of like where you're from, how you got started, your influences, your goals for the future, running from the cops.
Oh, well, you asked me about my influences in music, and obviously my influences are the dude who produces my music, and EJ as well. Who are your biggest influences?
Man, all time would be like Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, Drake, Kid Cudi's a huge one with that more like
Cudi.
pop, rock, alternative. Like I don't even know. Kid Cudi's like his own.
Dude, Man on the Moon.
All three of the Man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my shit. I have all three of them on vinyl, dude.
Man on the Moon. So for me, I didn't get into Kid Cudi until 2023. Like I knew Pursuit of Happiness. Like everybody knew Pursuit of Happiness, and then
Day and Night.
I knew Day and Night as well, but I didn't really get into him until So and So came in, like the one that I wrote, Running from the Cops, and Crying at the Rock Show. That girl, she was the one who brought me into that whole entire like Kid Cudi phase, and I was like, holy crap, this dude is amazing. Like, especially watching the documentary, like, oh my god, that's like set my mind in like a different atmosphere. It was just like, all right, this is how he came up. Why can't I do the same? Like, this is how he did all of his shit. I can do the same thing. Maybe not better than Cudi did, but I mean, like, I can do this shit.
Right, even someone like recently I've been inspired by just as like a person, dude, is like Jelly Roll, dude, like seeing like his documentary and like this man's a former felon, drug addict that turned his life around and is now a huge artist, dude. It's like, dude, if he can do this shit, what's stopping me from doing it?
Crazy story about Jelly Roll that I just learned about recently. So I used to work for a pool company before I worked for the company that I'm working for now. He was trying to buy a house in one of the high-end neighborhoods that pool company services. It's called Governor's Club. Like, I don't know if you've ever Concord Road over there, but it's like literally all it is just like $5 million+ mansions. Like, that's all that neighborhood is. And they rejected him because he's a felon.
Right.
And I was like, dude, that man's probably got more money than everybody else in this neighborhood. You're rejecting him because he's a felon? Like, this dude has made multi-million-dollar records and still is. How is that even possible? Like,
I think as of recently, like people are more accepting of him. Like, I think like at first he was like having trouble like booking shows overseas and shit because of that as well. But I'm not sure. I might be mistaken, but I think he's like having better luck with that moving forward.
for
I
sure.
think like because it's got to happen at some point.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like that dude just like, I feel like he should be partying of everything now because he sings about it, he talks about it, he's already made a bunch of money off of it. Like, let the dude live. Like, let him
People
live
make
at
their
this
mistakes,
point.
dude. They grow. People change, dude. Like, he just seems like a sweet dude. Like, him and Poe seem like the coolest dudes. And I saw Jelly Roll like a couple months ago. Me and Marcus saw that MGK was doing a pop-up show at Old Red on Broadway.
Oh
And we
shit, you were there
waited
for the
in line
CMAs.
for 4 hours.
Oh
bro,
my
and we
God.
got in, and MGK performed.
You were at the Spotify house.
Yeah.
Let's
and
go.
Toronto Jelly Roll was fucking sick.
Oh, did they perform together?
Yeah.
Because he just performed with MGK on MGK Day in Ohio.
Yeah.
Like, they
Doing
just
their
did the
new
same
song,
thing.
but they didn't perform that one. They covered, what's it called? Need a Favor. MGK covered Need a Favor with Jelly Roll, and then
Is he,
Jelly Roll covered My Ex's Best Friend. I think it was.
Fuck! What a song
It
to
was
cover.
Yeah, weird. I think that's what they did. I mean, I have some clips of it probably.
Is MGK going country though?
I mean, he did that one song with,
I
Jelly
know,
Roll,
but
I'm
I
sure.
saw like a little interview with him where he was like, yeah, I mean, like I can do whatever I want, like because he went
He's
from
always
rap
been
to
that way.
rock, and now he might do the whole Post Malone thing and go country with it.
Who knows? I mean, I know he did like another cover song.
I wouldn't mind doing
He
country.
covered a few songs on like that show too as well. Which is dope. I love seeing people that are versatile.
Yeah.
Like that.
Would you do country?
I don't fucking know, man. Maybe.
I would. I would.
I mean,
honestly.
dude, I could definitely do a song like Broadway Girls or something.
Dude, that would be awesome. Oh my God, I would love to do a song
Never
like that.
related to a song more in my life.
Broadway Girls? Dude, oh my God. Yeah. Dude, fucking stories from Broadway with me are insane.
But I'm down for like, crossing over, blending genres. You're gonna reach the most people that way. I think that's what's dope about your music too. It's like you're combining, multiple influences that you have to create your own sound. But it's like,
Well, that's kind of like how I like to think about it too. It's just like, I was able to learn from a bunch of people, and being able to learn from them, I was able to create my own sound, be able to create and do what I want, and it's been working out. So
you keep growing, dude.
Yes,
I can't
sir.
wait to see what else you do. And I can't wait for the fucking song to be out.
I know, dude. I know. It's coming out soon. It will be out soon. I promise. I'll do whatever the fuck I can to make sure that it comes out in like 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Like 3 weeks to maybe a month.
So it might be out.
It might be.
Maybe.
By the time this podcast drops, I might drop it the same day. Who knows?
Hopefully, that'd be sick. If we can maybe line that up.
Well,
Yeah, but I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
no problem, man. Dude, this is my boy right here, Vincenzo, baby. Y'all better listen to him.
Yes, sir. We have Ty Dittmer on the pod, y'all. The Podski baby's back. We rolling every week.
Sir.
2024 and beyond. Endless enjoyment taking over. We out here in Nashville, Tennessee, baby.
Y'all better tune in to the next show. Tune the fuck in, all right? Because this is an entertaining ass motherfucker right here.
Thank you. We're going off, yo.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Fuck. My God.
We're running from the cops, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Much love.
Y'all
Enjoy.
take care.